There's, if we talk about the overall ecosystem, let's hypothetically say that we have, are switching to fuel cell, and the production and supply of it has been sorted out. From that perspective, there's always this question, whether we should be more focused on the services or design side of things, or the manufacturing side of things. For example, the entire chips shortage, there are opposing views, right? There are some views which say that yes, it's a good thing that the government is pushing for local manufacturing. There are other views that say that no, the talent should be more focused on designing them and let somebody else, let some other country build them. So similarly, from a overall FCV perspective, right? You have the fuel cell components, you have the energy storage system, you have the existing powertrain, motor controller. So from an ecosystem perspective, how do you see it, ideally play out from, in India, or should be, in your opinion, where should be focused on, building the tech, but not necessarily having to go, mass scale manufacturing, versus the other way out. So what are your thoughts on that? I know it's a bit of a broad
Hmm.
question, but I hope you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah. You see, the real challenge for the country, is in terms of the requirement of energy and the transition, because we are so much dependent on imported fuel. Even though we have coal, but in terms of crude, we have too much dependent on outside world. Now, if you look at if you look at our effort in terms of indigenization, most of the fuel cell components we have indigenized. Our import content actually has gone as low as less than 20%. So it is possible. It is not so difficult to do it. Sometimes you need to take support from countries like China. We initially had imported few components from there, but obviously using the local Pune ecosystem, the pressing and the stamping facilities which are available in abundance in Pune, we've been able to develop a entire supply chain. And I think that is something which is possible. So suppliers side, see, India auto component industry is 42 billion dollars. I think if we are able to capture onto this particular opportunity, the industry size can be significantly larger. So supply chain is one area where things can actually become better for India, and I think that is where India should look at this particular opportunity, not only from domestic point of view but also from export point of view. Now coming back to fuel, we are seeing all what is happening in Ukraine, and the energy tussle that is actually going on. So countries like Europe has large dependence on say Russia or related countries or neighboring countries from their energy point of view, and they are now wanting to shift 100% to hydrogen in the coming days. So production of hydrogen, low cost hydrogen, and then transportation of hydrogen to these countries, I believe should be another biggest opportunity, because global requirement of energy, whether it is mobility related or manufacturing related, is significantly higher than what we have today. Our requirements are today. So not only meeting the domestic need, but at the same time export, I believe. And that is where the government has come out with this 3-page policy on hydrogen last 15 days before, to really give push, because if we are able to have solar cost at around 2 rupees, and we are able to push the uh, um, kilowatt hour, the units requirement for generation of 1 kg of hydrogen from say current 57 units to around 45 units, then I think we can definitely have dispense hydrogen at 200 rupees per kg in India, and at a mileage of around 14 to 15, it makes a lot of sense to really have a clean transportation fuel being available at say 13 14 rupees per kilometer. So that is where the transition can actually benefit the country. So I hope broadly I'm able to answer your question.
Yes, 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 absolutely.